Welcome back, guys. Today we're going to be working on solving two-step linear equations. So there's just one more step than the equations we solved yesterday. So here we have 2.5x minus 13 is equal to 2. So remember that we want to start on whatever side the variable is on. And my job is to undo everything on this side so I can get the x by itself. So we're going to handwrite our properties and stuff over on the right-hand side just to justify our steps. So the first step in solving this equation would be to add 13 to both sides. That's the addition property of equality. So after simplifying that step, I'm left with 2.5x is equal to 15, and I get the 15 from adding 2 and 13. So because this is multiplication, the opposite of multiplication is division. So I'm going to divide both sides by the number that is in front of the x, which is 2.5, and that's the division property of equality. In the last lesson, we learned that anytime you have one number on top and that same number on bottom, that means they divide out to a 1. So 2.5 divided by 2.5 is 1, and then this giant 1 times x is just x. So that's going to leave me x on the left side, and then 15 divided by 2.5, that's going to be 6. So your last step is just to simplify. Let's go ahead and check the answer. So underneath the check, we're going to substitute our answer of 6 into the original equation, and then see if the left side of the equation matches the right side of the equation. So 2.5 times 6, that is 15, and then 15 minus 13 is 2, and I get 2 is equal to 2. So I know that my answer of x equals 6 is correct. So looking at letter B, how is this problem different than the last problem? Two major things I notice that are different is the number in front of the variable is now negative, and another one is now we have an addition equation because it says plus 3, whereas the first equation had a minus 3. So we're going to solve this one a little bit differently. So I always just write given as the first step, or write the problem. In geometry, you'll write given. So if this says plus 3, I want to subtract 3 from each side in an attempt to isolate the variable. What property is this? So that's the subtraction property of equality. So from here on out, instead of having to write property of equality or abbreviate it, we're just going to write PO, which means property of equality. It'll be a little bit faster for us. So once we subtract the 3 from each side, we get negative 2x is equal to 6. And remember, this positive 3 and this negative 3, that's going to zero out. So the next thing we're going to do to isolate the variable is divide by negative 2. So a lot of people always forget the negative. Make sure you carry that with the negative 2. And this is the division property of equality. So after I divide by 2, or negative 2 on each side, this negative 2 and this negative 2 will divide out to a 1, leaving me with just n. And then 6 divided by negative 2 is negative 3. So you just want to make sure you're checking your signs, because that seems to be something that a lot of kids will forget. Let's go ahead and check it on the right-hand side. So negative 2 times negative 3, a negative times a negative is a positive, so that's going to be 6 plus 3 equals 9, and then 6 plus 3 is 9, and we have 9 is equal to 9, so I know my answer checks and is correct. This next one looks a little bit scary because there is a fraction, but I don't want you guys to get nervous because it's actually pretty simple. So we have 1/2 of c minus 11, that's equal to negative 21. This time we're going to be starting on the right-hand side because we want to start on whatever side of the equation has the variable. So I'm still wanting to get this whole term by itself. So if this says minus 11, what am I going to do with it? The opposite of subtraction is addition. So I'm going to add 11 to both sides. That's the addition property of equality. And then that will leave me with negative 10 is equal to 1/2 c. So you just really want to be careful of your signs right here. So 21 minus 11 is 10, and then you would take the sign of the bigger number, or you can use the calculator. So now we have 1/2 c. And in the previous video, I told you guys that whenever you wanted to get rid of a fraction, you just multiply by the denominator. So I'm going to multiply both sides by 2, which is the multiplication property of equality. So on the left-hand side, I'm going to be left with negative 20. And then on the right-hand side, now that I've multiplied both sides by 2 and this 2 will divide out to a 1, and it will leave me with just c, which is my final answer. So now we're going to check my answer of c equals negative 20 by substituting it back into the original equation for my variable. So you're going to put the negative 20 there. So we have negative 21 is equal to 1/2 of negative 20. So half of negative 20, that's just negative 10 minus negative 11. And then negative 10 minus negative 11 is like doing negative 10 plus negative 11, which is in fact negative 21. So we have negative 21 is equal to negative 21. So my answer checks out. Okay, this next problem says a divided by 3 plus 4 is equal to 6. So we have division here. Don't freak out because you see a fraction. So this is my given equation. What do you think the first step is? Because it says plus 4, the opposite of adding 4 is subtracting 4. So I'm going to subtract 4 from each side, and that will leave me with a divided by 3 is equal to 2. And that was the subtraction property of equality. So next we have a divided by 3 is equal to 2. So some number when I divide it by 3 is equal to 2. The opposite of division is multiplication. So we're just going to multiply both sides by 3, which is the multiplication property of equality. And when I multiply both sides by 3, we have a 3 on top and a 3 on bottom. And as I've said before, these will divide out to create a 1. And that will leave me with just a is equal to 6. So now let's check my answer. So here's my original equation. I'm going to substitute in my answer of 6. So 6 divided by 3 is 2. And then 2 plus 4 does equal 6. So I know my answer is correct. So this next one, letter E, looks like a huge fraction, right? But our variable is kind of stuck up here in the numerator. So I can't subtract the 6 out because the 6 is in the numerator. So I have to find a way to get rid of this 5. So this is what we're given. Now, if I want to get rid of this 5, this is h plus 6 divided by 5. So the opposite of division is multiplication. So I'm going to multiply both sides by 5. So when I do that, this 5 on top and this 5 on bottom, it will divide out to be a 1. And I will be left with h plus 6 on the top. And then 2 times 5 is 10. So h plus 6 is equal to 10. And now I have addition. So I'm going to use subtraction to isolate the h. That will leave me with h is equal to 4 for my answer. So let's go ahead and check. So we have our answer plus 6 divided by 5 is equal to 2, and my answer was 4. So when you're simplifying these, you have to simplify the numerator first. So 4 plus 6 is 10 over 5 equals 2. And then 10 divided by 5 is 2. So I get 2 is equal to 2. So for your summary, you're going to answer the essential question. And the essential question was, how do you solve two-step linear equations?